In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up your new pack. I just got this new pack and I'm in the middle of setting it up and switching it over. And I wanted to show you guys how I set up my pack. A lot of people that I fish with and friends, they also set it up very similar. It's something that works for me. I've been using these waist style packs now for over 10 years and I've kind of got them dialed down to where it's something that I like and it works for me. So I was going to share that with you today. This is the new fish pond encampment pack that I'm going to be using. It's more of a medium-sized pack. I am more of a minimalist, so what I'm trying to constantly do is shave down the amount of things that I carry. I don't like lugging around a bunch of stuff that I don't use or don't need. So this pack will allow me to do that. So the first thing you want to do is you want to choose a pack that the size is comparable to the type of boxes that you're going to be carrying. I use a couple different styles of boxes depending on whether I'm trout fishing or carp fishing. This is a larger style box. This is an Umpqua box. If you're going to switch over to these packs from like a vest or so, you want to make sure that you get high capacity boxes. The old school container boxes where you just simply dump some flies in there. It's really not a high capacity box that'll hold all these little flies neatly and organized. I use either a scientific angler's box, which are nice and light, or these UPG boxes. And they just simply hold a lot more flies than a traditional foam box or compartment box would. And this pack has this large deep pocket that will hold two of these large capacity boxes no problem. Now there are other packs out there, like this Umpqua pack. This is another pack that I've used. This is more of a high capacity pack. It'll hold 4+ of those larger fly boxes. So it just really depends on how many fly boxes you want to carry. I'm always trying to slim down, so I have got it down to a couple boxes. I have 2 of these for trout, and then I've got 2 of these for my carp, and then I've got a couple saltwater ones as well. So I've got it down to these modular boxes where if I'm trout fishing I take that box, if I'm carp fishing I take the other. Now the next thing you want to think about is how to attach all your gadgets. I like to use zingers. I especially like the fish pond zingers. These are ballistic style zingers. They will not come off. They use a different pin system than a lot of the other zingers do. There's a button on the top that I squeeze down and it separates the ballistic pin from the retractor. And then you can simply push the button down, insert it, and that actually locks it into place. It will not come off. There are cheaper zingers out there, the basic kind of safety pin style zingers. I've had issues with those in the past, coming off and getting ripped off. They are cheaper though. These are by far probably the most expensive zingers out there, but I've had this green one here for over 10 years and I still have it. I've gone through many other zingers that have fallen off. The types of tools you attach to it is kind of personal preference. I like to have my catch 'em release attached to one of them and my nippers attached to the other. Forceps I usually don't attach to a zinger. What I do is I either keep them in my pocket, in a front pocket, or I clip them to the outside. So usually what I do is when I'm not fishing I put them in a pocket. When I'm out there fishing I just take them and ratchet them to a tab. That's personal preference. I will admit that I do lose a pair or 2 every year. I just look at it like that's just kind of something that happens. I also do find a pair or 2 every year from somebody else that has lost them. So that's just how I do it. You could probably attach that to a zinger if that's your preference. I usually only like to have my 2 zingers on the pack. In the front pockets, I usually keep a few indicators. I keep my Frog's Fanny. I'm a huge fan of the Frog's Fanny powder floatant. Keep some extra leaders in here. Just kind of some of the basics that I need to get to quick and easy. On the front of the pack, I always have a PO pod. I've had this puppy here for about 7-8 years probably. The best way I've found to attach this to your pack is not by using the clip. It's by zip ties. I just go to Home Depot or Ace Hardware and get some zip ties, and I just zip tie it to the front of my pack. And that way I haven't lost one since. For my tippet, I like to use a Tippet tee. It's basically a stackable way to put your tippet and hang it from your pack. All Tippet tees come with kind of a little clip or a split ring that you can just attach it to the outside of your pack. There are some that have integrated floatant holders. I like those. It's just one less little thing I have to have hanging from the pack separately, but there's separate floatant holders as well. They have double floatant holders too. Loon makes a great one. I've actually been thinking about adding it to my pack where it holds both your dry shake and your gel floatant at the same time. So there's multiple options out there for that. And on this pack, most of the packs that are coming out now have zippers and pockets on the sides of the lumbar support, which is awesome. I think it's a great idea. It's wasted space, so why not make it into a pocket? These pockets I found it's great for my split shot. I like to get to my split shot quick, fast, and these little pockets I can just zip in and out of much faster than the larger pockets. And I always throw kind of a little smorgasbord of thingamabobbers and things inside of there with those split shots. Now the other thing I do carry is my camera. I just had it set aside over here. I have a little point and shoot camera. Almost all these packs now have plenty of room in the large pocket for that camera. It fits in there just fine. I also do carry the waist or the sling strap as well. I had this taken off just so I could fit everything in the frame. But almost all waist packs come with the sling style strap that clips onto the top of the pack. You can take it off like I did here, or you can keep it on. It's something that you kind of have to play with on your own and decide whether you really like it or not. I will tell you, if you have one of the higher capacity packs, regardless of how little you think you carry, they do get kind of heavy. And this helps support that pack and keeps this pack from sagging off your back or your waist, and it really does help your back by supporting it. If you have one of the real small chest pack or waist packs, or a medium size like this that you haven't packed very heavy, you can get away with taking this off and just wearing it fanny pack style. But it's something you have to play around with, and something you kind of have to figure out on your own if it's something that you really like. Now as for the net, all I do with my net is I carry a longer style net, more of a mid-length or a boat style net. I just slide it down in between me and the pack. That's it. I don't attach it in any way. I just slide the handle of it down with the net sticking up, and it stays in place just fine. There's a lot of other options out there if you want to connect it to your pack somehow. I've never done that. I don't like it connected to the pack. But I do use a longer handled net than a lot of other people use. If you use more of a standard style net, small, like a small regular trout net, you probably will need to attach it to your pack somehow, or your waders. A lot of the waders come with clips on the back of them. So it's just personal preference there. But these are kind of the new packs. This is how I set it up. You can take that with a grain of salt. You can add to it, you can take some away. It just really is personal preference, but I've been using these for a long time. I fish quite a bit too, and I've kind of got it dialed down to really just the bare essentials, the things that I need, and I've got a specific way that I attach things to the pack, and I found that it's worked pretty good for me and a lot of the other people that I fish with. You can find all the things you see here on the pack, as well as the packs themselves, on our website, intheriffle.com. There you can buy fish pond packs, Umpqua packs, and some of the other brands as well. And that is the setting up a new waist pack, and that is the fish pond encampment pack. If you didn't catch that in the beginning, you can find that on our website as well.